Welcome to part 2 of our tutorial. For those of you who are joining me for the first time, I would suggest you watch part 1 so you can fully catch up with what I have done. So what you can see here is a close-up of my stitches. I have opted for a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine, but as you would notice, the zigzag stitches don't go in a straight line, they sort of go in a curved line, and I really like them. So that is what I've used to sew on my patches, and it's worked well for me. So I've basically used the stitches that I like, and I would suggest that you use stitches which work for you as well, because the bag belongs to you. You are going to be the final judge. Now what we have here is 2 pieces of cut fabric. So we've got the front side, and I have backed the white side with another piece of fabric, so it's kind of bright and beautiful inside, and that is the back side of the fabric. So I have opted for yellow straps to go with my bag. I think the yellow sort of highlights a subtle green on the fabric, and that's what I'm going to do. So the next stage is to sew your pieces together along the edges using 5/8 of an inch, and once you've done, you cut notches to the bottom because it's a curved edge. And once I cut the notches, what I did was I decided to cut off the excess pieces of fabric around the edge, just to get rid of the bulk when I turn it inside out, because as you know, one of the pieces has like 2 or 3 layers, so it is quite heavy already. So I turn the bag inside out and I push out my corners, well, my curved edges, if you can call it that. And once that's done, I take it to my ironing board and I'm going to give it a lovely press, just to give it that crisp professional look. Nothing says professional more than finishing off by doing a steam press, which is something I like to do to everything I sew. Gives it a very cool finish. So once you finish doing that, making sure all the edges are sitting nicely, I'm going to sew the top bit of the bag. So I'm actually going to do a double fold because of my strap. So I'm folding it in once and I'm folding it in twice, which means it's going to be quite heavy on my needle, but that's fine. My sewing machine can take it. And now I have decided I don't want these straps anymore. I found some leather pieces in one of my boxes, and I thought, you know what? This bag will look a lot more beautiful and really chic if I use some leather straps. So I've got lots of leather pieces. So I've cut out 2 straps. Each strap is 22 inches, not very long, but it will do. And what did I find? I also found some buttons, which I normally use for my jeans. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to insert some holes in the top bit of the bag for the straps, and I'm using my hole punch. And once I've done that, I will be fixing my straps with my buttons. So that's what I'm doing. Making sure everything is even. So once I've aligned the strap to the holes, I use my mallet to just, give it a gentle tap just to hold it in. Now I am not doing a lot of hitting on this table because for some reason I don't like to do heavy work on this table. So once I've just given it a gentle tap, I am going to take it to my cutting table, which is a lot more sturdy and can give it a real whack when I get there. So I'm just going to tap it a little bit just to, keeps falling out because I'm not hitting it hard enough. But a little tap will do. Yeah, that's fine. So now I can really give it a good whack here, and that will set the buttons in and give it a really tight finish. There you go. So that's the back, and yeah, it's secure, really secure. Don't forget, I folded the edges twice, so it's got a thick enough fabric to hold on to, so it will really be secure. So that's the first strap done, and I'm going to do the second strap, and hey presto, I am done. It's a really lovely bag, and I'm glad I made it. So if you liked this video, I would say please subscribe. I'm coming out with different DIY videos. I've got them stored, but I'm going to edit them and release them very gradually. So give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and please don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, any comments, please leave it below. If you want anything which I have used, let me know and I'll put it in a link and leave it below. Thank you.